So, when I was about 5 years old, I unintentionally threw a rock at a kid's face at Krish and almost took his eye out. This exact same thing then happened to me about 3 years later. I mean, karma was on my ass, no homo. So the first incident took place on one hot summer day during interval. This was my first year in school, the happiest year that school has ever been, you feel me? This was probably the best year of my school career, you know, before all the homework, assignments, exams, just pressure have me looking like sad Keanu Reeves 24/7. So at my school, there were these steps across the field where students would sit and have lunch, talk about the latest Power Ranger episodes. It's Samurai over Dino Charge any day. Or just sit themselves and plot how they would team up with Dr. Doofenshmirtz and take over the world. You know, normal kid stuff. So for some reason, on top of these steps, there was a pile of concrete stones. They must have been left there during construction, I don't know. So this one afternoon after finishing my lunch, I started getting bored. So we started throwing these stones to the ground, from the top step to the ground, which was like a good distance, you feel me? So we started throwing these stones down to see who would throw the stone the furthest. And then out of nowhere, some random kid appears and gets hit right above the eyebrow by one of my stones. I mean, man starts bleeding and screaming in pain. I instantly panicked because I thought I had taken his eye out. Then he lifted his hand and I saw a massive gash across his forehead, bro. And I panicked. And then I went 2 steps down and to the far left. Luckily for me, no one saw that I was the one who threw the stone. I mean, I was an Einstein at 5, bro. I was a genius. No one would have thought of that. Someone else would have panicked and told them themselves. But I, as the genius that I am, overcame it. 'Cause I'm different. I'm not from here. I'm not a bot. So 2 teachers come out and they're scanning the whole field to find the culprit. But it's too late. I'm out here eating breadcrumbs and juice. I had done it. I had outsmarted the Matrix. I was the legend of my generation. Still felt super bad for hurting that poor kid, but felt even better for being able to have escaped punishment, all because they call me Bond, James Bond. But no. The story does not end here. About 2.5 years later, I moved from Zimbabwe to South Africa, where my parents had been working hard so that they could provide me and my brother with the best life that they could. All that just for me to end up a YouTube animator with 55 subscribers and average school grades. I mean, I know they are proud. You feel me? So after I moved here, I enrolled at a new school with my English sounding more broken than my dad's 1989 Ford Laser windshield. You feel me? Atop a car we had to push halfway the distance. But the 3rd grade girls in my class didn't care, man. All they cared about was having the new foreign kid chase them around during interval playing Boys Chase Girls. You know, that game that every single person in the planet has played, Boys Chase Girls, in like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. Yeah, but the only girl I cared about chasing was Courtney. Courtney was the sweetest girl in my class and she smelled like roses, my bruh. She smelled like heaven. So she's the only one that I would target when playing Boys Chase Girls. I would mainly run after Courtney because Courtney was all that and more. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Courtney, if you by any chance watching this, hit me up on IG at Mr. Lewisham and let's link. You know what I'm saying? So one afternoon whilst playing Boys Chase Girls, as I was on my quest to find my queen Courtney, I ran full speed into this random girl. That's rando, bro. All I was trying to do was find my queen. All I was trying to do was find Courtney, bruh, and confess my love to her, but I ended up getting rammed by this rando. I then went diving head first into the curb, therefore creating a gash in my forehead identical to the one the boy in Krish had. This is when I finally understood the phrase karma is a I stood up with my eyes filled with tears and blood running down my face, trying to avoid Courtney seeing me like this, and they took me to the nurse's office where I was bandaged up. This is when it finally came to me, man. This was a long time coming. I deserved every second of that because I had done a similar act just 2 years prior and felt little to no remorse for doing it. This taught me a lesson that I will never forget. When you're playing boys chase girls, take your time, alright? Otherwise, you might get ran over by some rando and get a huge gash on your forehead. Hey, hope you enjoyed that video. I've been working on it for a while now, you know, between juggling school, family time, and animations. But trust me, I'm on the grind every single day, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to incorporate more emotion into my animations, more fluidity, but you know, that takes time. But you know what? I do it for you. Do it all for you. Listen. I do it for you, right? So, if you help a guy out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Leave a like, you know what I'm saying? Share with a friend or something, you feel me? Help a guy out. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Now I'm gonna let this run till 7. Good night.